So the whole world's been awaiting these vaccines, but because the world is in the middle of a live pandemic, the regulatory processes have been speeded up. And there are questions about the efficacy of your vaccine and of all other vaccines as well. From what I've understood, it's been declared that the Serum Institute vaccine Covishield has an efficacy of 70%. What does that mean? Does that mean that if 10 people get the vaccine, it will be effective on 7? What happens to the other 3? Can you explain what efficacy means in the context of Covishield?
Okay, so let me explain in the context of Covishield first and what efficacy really is here. You know, we have proven in our trials that we have 100% efficacy on hospitalization. So 0 hospitalizations were found in the people who took the Covishield vaccine globally, which is a great thing, which means it protects you against severe disease. You could still get infected, pass it on to others, because all the vaccines that we've heard about will not prevent infection totally. In half of the people who have got vaccinated, you'll still be infected and can infect others, but you will be protected. So if you saw the efficacy results of Moderna, Pfizer, which was 95%, in AstraZeneca and Oxford, which is the Covishield product, we were at 70% for one arm and 90% for the other. And that's going to be made very clear as well. We are recommending also to the government of India that you keep a 2.5 to 3 month gap. And this is very important for the viewers and everyone listening, that if you keep a 2.5 to 3 month gap between the first shot of Covishield and the second shot of Covishield, you will have a 90% efficacy. This is proven and even announced by the CEO of AstraZeneca, Pascal, publicly, I think a week ago. And even that data will come out very soon because this was the second arm of the study and efficacy studies that was done abroad. So again, just to summarize, there are only 2 or 3 vaccines in the world, Pfizer, Moderna, the Oxford-AstraZeneca, and I think Sinovac as well, that have proven efficacy results. There is no other vaccine, including ours, made in India and others, Russia, China, or even India, that have proven efficacy at all. And efficacy means you have to vaccinate 25,000 people and show that the vaccine actually protects you, not just a few hundred or a few thousand people to show safety and immunogenicity. So just to clarify, that is what Covishield has done. And we are one of 3 vaccines in the world, 3 or 4 vaccines in the world to have demonstrated efficacy. Nobody else has done that.
How soon will the first batch of boxes that we saw in the cold storage facility of Serum Institute in Pune be leaving your manufacturing facilities and start taking those flights at Pune airport to all the distribution hubs that are waiting after the dry runs? How soon do you see this process start?
So, well, Rahul, as you rightly said, you firsthand witnessed and shot 50 million doses that were prepared and tested and packed, ready for dispatch. And, you know, as soon as the government has a firm agreement with us, they've indicated orally they want 70 to 80 million doses over the next 1 or 1.5 months. And they tell us where to send it. We'll send it across. And so I think another 7 to 10 days would be realistic for a few million doses to start reaching different states and parts of the country.
What, as soon as we have a firm agreement, means? Why don't we have an agreement already? Which are the loopholes, the questions, the concerns that remain, and how soon do you hope to be able to sign that agreement, and what is causing the delay?
Well, there's no real agreement even required. We're just waiting for some purchase orders, which is formal, normal paperwork to be done so that we can, pack and dispatch the material and send it off. So we've offered a price where we're not going to make a lot of profit at all. In fact, we've offered a very special price of 200 rupees per dose. As you know, in the private market, we're going to sell it at 1,000. So you can see what we've done for the government and the people of India initially, because we want the poorest, the needy, the most vulnerable people to get the vaccine as soon as possible. And so we're just waiting for these formalities. There's no hitch at all. Maybe they were waiting for the licensure formally to come. Maybe that's the government policy. And then after that, they do the paperwork. But I would expect that very soon this week, given the announcement that came earlier on today from the DCGI.